So, if you're a school going student, or if you've passed 12th grade and you're interested in the field of software engineering, then this video is just for you. Because in this video, we'll discuss what subjects you study in software engineering when you choose this branch for 4 years. And along with that, I'll also give you important tips about which subjects are important from the placement perspective. Oh, and by the way, I'm a computer science graduate currently pursuing my MPhil in computer science. I've been through the sleepless nights, the coding chaos, and the exam stress. And now I'm here to help you navigate it all with confidence. Let's dive right in. A bachelor's in software engineering as of 2025 is a 4-year degree program divided into 8 semesters, with each semester introducing new subjects and skills to build your foundation in tech. In your first year, you'll go through semester 1 and semester 2. This is where your software engineering journey begins. You'll be introduced to the basics that lay the groundwork for everything that follows. Let's kick off with semester 1, where your software engineering journey begins. The most important subject here is programming fundamentals. This is where you learn how to think like a programmer. You'll dive into the basics of writing code, variables, loops, conditionals, functions, everything that becomes the foundation of your future programming skills. Trust me, nailing the subject early will make the rest of your degree a lot smoother. Next up, we have application of information and communication technologies. This one gives you a broad overview of how technology shapes the world, from networks and data storage to modern tools used in businesses and organizations. It's super useful for understanding the bigger picture of tech in daily life. Then there's discrete structures. Don't let the name scare you. This is like math, but software engineering style. It deals with logic, sets, functions, and basic proofs. Stuff that helps you understand algorithms and data structures later on. It's a brain workout, but worth it. We also have calculus and analytic geometry. Yup, it's math again. But this one builds the mathematical foundation needed for areas like machine learning, computer graphics, and even AI. It's not just numbers, it teaches you how to think analytically. And finally, functional English. Now you might be thinking, why English in a software engineering degree? But hear me out. Communication is everything. You'll need to write reports, emails, and even document your code. Strong English skills make you a better team player and professional. Altogether, this semester adds up to 16 credit hours and sets you up for the exciting road ahead. Let's keep going. Alright, moving on to semester 2. And this is where things start getting serious. The first major subject here is object-oriented programming. If programming fundamentals taught you how to write code, object-oriented programming teaches you how to write it the right way. You learn about classes, objects, inheritance, and polymorphism. Basically, how to structure your code like a professional. I still remember how confusing constructors and pointers felt in the beginning. But once it clicks, it makes your code so much cleaner and reusable. Building small projects really helped me understand it better. And honestly, that's the best way to learn. Then comes database systems. One of the most practical subjects you will study. You'll learn how to create databases, design tables, and write SQL queries. This is one of those subjects where you can actually see what you're building. And that makes it exciting. Plus, SQL is a must-know for internships and placements, so pay close attention here. Next is digital logic design. Now, this one's a bit different. It's more hardware-focused. You'll be working with logic gates, flip-flops, and binary systems. At first, it might feel like, why am I learning this? But understanding how computers work at the circuit level gives you a solid base for subjects like computer architecture later on. I struggled a bit with truth tables at first, but once I started visualizing circuits, it became easier to grasp. And of course, more math. Multivariable calculus is next. You'll move from single variable to functions with multiple variables, and it can get a bit abstract. But if you're thinking about getting into fields like machine learning or data science down the road, this will come in handy. Don't just try to memorize formulas, try to understand what the equations actually represent. Finally, there's linear algebra. Honestly, this is one of those underrated subjects that turns out to be super important later. You'll work with vectors, matrices, and transformations, and this shows up everywhere from 3D graphics to AI. At the time, it felt like just another math course, but now I realize how foundational it really is. So yeah, semester 2 is packed. 17 credit hours and a lot of technical depth. My advice is stay consistent. Don't panic if things feel overwhelming, and try connecting what you're learning to real-world use cases. It really helps everything make more sense. Alright, welcome to semester 3. And let me warn you, this one's intense. You start off with data structures, which is hands down one of the most important subjects in your entire degree. You'll learn how to organize and manage data using arrays, stacks, queues, linked lists, trees, and graphs. It's not just theory. This stuff shows up everywhere. Coding interviews, projects, internships, you name it. I still remember spending nights debugging my linked list code. But once I got it, it felt like a superpower. Practice as much as you can on platforms like LeetCode or HackerRank. This subject can make or break your placement prep later. Next is information security. And this one's all about protecting data. You'll learn about encryption, hashing, network threats, and security protocols. It opens your eyes to how vulnerable systems can be. It's a mix of theory and practical concepts, and it's super relevant with today's cybersecurity concerns. It's not too hard if you stay consistent, and it's actually kind of fun learning how hackers think. Then comes a big one, artificial intelligence. Yup, already in third semester. Now, don't expect to be building ChatGPT just yet, but you will learn the basics: search algorithms, decision trees, and how machines can mimic thinking. It's a fascinating subject, but it can get heavy if you don't stay on top of the concepts. I found drawing diagrams and flowcharts helped a lot in understanding AI logic. You'll also study computer networks, which honestly felt a bit abstract at first, all those protocols, IP addresses, and layers. But over time, it starts to click. You begin to understand how the internet actually works, how data travels, and why your Wi-Fi crashes at the worst possible moment. Stick with it. This one grows on you. Then there's software engineering, and this is more about process than programming. You'll learn how real-world software is planned, developed, and maintained. It includes models like Agile and Waterfall, plus documentation, testing, and project planning. A lot of students think it's just theory, but it becomes super useful once you start working on group projects or in the industry. And finally, we've got probability and statistics. Now, this math course is a little different. It's more focused on analyzing data, finding patterns, and understanding uncertainty. If you're thinking about going into AI or data science, this one becomes really important. I didn't enjoy it much at the time, but looking back, I wish I had taken it more seriously. So yeah, semester 3 is packed with 19 credit hours. But honestly, this is where it starts to feel like real computer science. Just stay regular with practice and don't let the load pile up. Now we're in semester 4, and this one brings a mix of low-level programming and high-level software design. You'll start with computer organization and assembly language. This is where you go under the hood. You'll learn how computers actually run your code at the hardware level. It's a bit tough, but it gives you a whole new respect for what's happening behind the scenes. Then comes software design and architecture, and software construction and development. Two courses that go hand in hand. One focuses on designing software systems the right way, while the other is more about hands-on development. This is where group projects start to feel more real. And honestly, it's a good prep for how things work in actual companies. You also have applied physics. Yes, physics in software engineering. It might feel a bit random, but it's required in some curriculums and it ties into hardware understanding. Expository writing helps sharpen your technical writing. Super useful when you're documenting code or writing reports. And finally, Islamic studies, which adds some balance to the semester with a change of pace. This semester has 17 credit hours, but it's more about applying what you've already learned, so it feels a bit more manageable. Welcome to semester 5. At this point in your software engineering journey, things start getting a lot more real. This is where you shift from learning concepts to thinking like a professional developer. So let me walk you through what you'll be studying. First up, operating systems. This subject is super important. You'll learn how computers actually manage programs, memory, and processes behind the scenes. I know it sounds complex at first, but once it clicks, it's really fascinating. And trust me, this shows up in interviews a lot, so don't skip the practice. Next, software quality engineering. This is all about writing software that actually works, not just compiles. You'll dive into testing techniques, bug tracking, and ensuring your code is reliable. It taught me that finding bugs is just as important as writing code. Then there's software requirement engineering. Before you build anything, you need to understand what the user needs. This course helps you do just that by gathering, analyzing, and documenting requirements. It's not very code heavy, but it's super valuable when you start working on real projects. Now let's talk electives. You get to choose 2 electives this semester. And honestly, this is where you start shaping your future. Whether it's AI, cloud, mobile dev, pick subjects that align with your career goals. These can seriously make your resume stand out. And finally, there's a social science subject, usually something like management. I know it seems unrelated, but understanding how businesses work, how teams operate, it all becomes useful when you're out in the real world. Welcome to semester 6. This semester is where you step into leadership roles, learn how big systems work, and get serious about your specialization. So let's talk about what's coming your way. First up, software project management. This is where you move beyond writing code and start learning how to lead software projects. You'll study timelines, budgets, risk management, and team coordination. Honestly, if you ever want to be a team lead or project manager, this is gold. Next, parallel and distributed computing. Sounds fancy, right? It's actually about how to make programs run faster by dividing work across multiple processors or machines. It's technical, but super relevant for today's high-performance systems, cloud platforms, and large-scale apps. Now here's the exciting part. Electives. You get 4 domain electives this semester. That's a lot of freedom. You can go deeper into AI, web, mobile dev, cybersecurity, or any other area you're passionate about. My tips are, don't just pick what sounds cool. Choose what aligns with your career or placement goals. This is your chance to specialize and stand out. Semester 6 gives you a mix of technical power and project leadership skills. It's 18 credit hours, a full load, but it's also one of the most customizable semesters you'll get. So stay focused, pick electives smartly, and get ready, because the final year is just around the corner. Alright folks, semester 7 is here, and this one's all about stepping into the real world. You're getting closer to graduation, and this semester blends technical depth, professional skills, and your first taste of a real project. Let's break it down. Final year project part 1. This is the real deal. You'll start working on a year-long project, ideally in a team, and solve an actual problem using everything you've learned so far. It's challenging, but also super exciting. Choose a project you're passionate about because you'll be living with it for the next 2 semesters. Analysis of algorithms. Now it's time to go deep into how efficient your code really is. You'll study time complexity, space complexity, and get used to the famous Big O notation. It's essential for cracking coding interviews. So make sure you practice a lot on platforms like LeetCode. Domain electives. Another chance to customize your degree. Choose a subject aligned with your interest or career goals, whether that's AI, mobile dev, cloud computing, or something niche. Elective supporting course like Intro to Marketing. This gives you some business perspective, especially useful if you're considering product roles or startups in the future. Understanding users and markets is just as important as writing good code. Had technical and business writing. Trust me, this is more useful than it sounds. You learn to write reports, documentation, and proposals professionally. These skills really matter in jobs, especially when you're working in teams or leading projects. Entrepreneurship. Think of this as your startup starter pack. You learn about business models, pitching ideas, and how to turn a tech solution into a product. Even if you don't want to build your own company, it sharpens your mindset as a problem solver. Welcome to Semester 8, the final lap in your software engineering journey. It's been a long road filled with algorithms, sleepless nights, bug hunts, and breakthroughs. And now, you're just 1 semester away from the finish line. But before the curtain falls, there are still a few important milestones to hit, both technical and personal. Let's break it down. Final Year Project Part 2. This is the second half of your capstone project. And it's where all the real action happens. By now, your project idea is validated, and it's time to build, test, and deliver a complete solution. Whether it's a web app, a machine learning model, or a mobile tool, this is your moment to shine. You'll finalize implementation, polish the interface, write documentation, and maybe even demo it to an external panel. Treat it like your first professional job. Employers love seeing strong, well-documented projects, so focus on both the tech and the storytelling. It's 4 credit hours, but in reality, it feels like a full-time commitment. Ideology and Constitution of Pakistan. This course helps you understand the historical, ideological, and constitutional framework of the country. It may not seem directly connected to software, but it builds your awareness as a responsible citizen and future tech leader. As developers, our work shapes lives, and knowing the socio-political context you operate in is important. Arts and humanities. Professional practices. Here's where things get reflective. This course explores professional ethics, workplace behavior, and the human side of being a developer. Think communication, teamwork, and handling real-world challenges with integrity. It's not just about writing code, it's about being the kind of person teams want to work with. This is the course that teaches you to be professional, not just technical. Civics and community engagement. Now it's time to give back. This course is designed to help you understand the role of technology in society and how you, as a future engineer, can contribute beyond the keyboard. You might work on a community project, participate in outreach, or just study how civic systems work. It's all about building empathy, responsibility, and leadership skills. Total 10 credit hours. Semester 8 is lighter in theory, but heavier in execution and reflection. You're not just a student anymore. You're a soon-to-be graduate, a developer, a problem solver ready to step into the real world. Final words, and that's it. The complete 4-year journey of a software engineering student, semester by semester. From learning your first hello world to designing full-scale systems, from understanding the logic gates in a circuit to leading a final year project. You've covered it all. If you're a student planning your degree or just starting out, I hope this roadmap gives you clarity, confidence, and direction. And if you've made it to the end, congratulations. You're ready to take on the world. Your future starts now. So stay curious, stay consistent, and go build something amazing. And there you have it. 4 years, 8 semesters, 1 transformation. From student to software engineer. If this video helped you see the path more clearly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this clarity today. This is Tech with Her, helping you build your future, one semester at a time.